What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Redeemed Legion channel. Today, we're going to talk about some very important topics as it applies to everyday carry, preparedness, resilience, and your ability to protect your family. We're talking about medgear. Medgear is something that people tend to not think about, and it definitely gets put behind things like guns and food and things like that. Now, those things are really, really important. But you can get into carrying med gear in your everyday carry kit, whether that's on your person, in kind of your second layer in your vehicle with some mobility added, or even in your fallback, like your house or some crazy bug out location or something like that. The point is, you're much more likely to need med gear than you are a lot of other things that people spend a lot of time and resources and money getting. So let's get into medgear. We're going to be talking about MyMedic today. MyMedic.com is a company that's out there that's making really, really legit medgear. They make great cases, and they send their cases stocked. Now, typically when people have come to me and ask what they should get for medgear, a lot of people don't even know where to start, and that's fine. And you can start a lot of different places. But if you want a one-stop shop, a place that you can get a fully stocked med kit in lots of different configurations, you should really check out mymedic.com. I have a lot of experience in emergency medicine, about 20 years of a few different applications, including pre-hospital emergency medicine and tactical medicine. And throughout all that experience, my advice to people typically is don't buy a pre-built kit because most of them are junk. I've tested a bunch of them, I've looked at a bunch of them, and typically you get one of a couple things. One is they're either full of a bunch of stuff that you're never going to use, or the stuff that's in them is crap. A lot of it's, people gravitate towards Amazon stuff and some of these other companies that are out there selling kind of chintzy, kitschy little bags full of Band-Aids and sting swabs and stuff that can be important, and you probably should have those things, but not in a kit like this that most people are looking for. And then mymedic.com reached out to us and they said, hey, will you check out these kits and will you do a review on them? Sure. So they sent us these kits. We're going to get into this one today, and it's really, really legit. So stay tuned. This is the everyday carry kit from mymedic.com. So you can see it's about 5 inches square. It's a couple inches deep. It's got MOLLE on the back that you could attach this to a bag or something if you wanted to. It's got laser cut MOLLE on the front with a hook and loop field. And it's a really solid kit. When you open this up, it's a bifold design. So it opens like this. And inside, it's really simple. It's got 2 top-loaded pockets, so if you have this mounted to MOLLE, like a bag or a vest or something, and you unzip it and it unfolds, it doesn't dump out. Both pockets top load. So inside here, what do they have? And this is the way it comes decked out from mymedic.com. When you get this shipped to you, this is how it looks. Now again, what does it mean for you to be prepared with med gear in an everyday carry capacity? Well, there's some things to talk about. There's an acronym called MARCH, and it is the agreed upon kind of battle-tested acronym for treating trauma, particularly trauma from a tactical perspective, right? So we're talking largely about penetrating trauma, things that cause hemorrhage, stuff like that. So what does MARCH mean? Well, the M means massive hemorrhage. Massive hemorrhage is the #1 cause of battlefield mortality. Bleeding out, right? So if you think about a gunshot wound or a car accident with an impalement or heavy lacerations or something like that, leaking all of your blood out of your body is the #1 way that people die due to trauma. So when we talk about massive hemorrhage, how do you stop massive hemorrhage? Well, if it's a limb, you need a tourniquet. So what mymedic.com sends this kit with is a rat's tourniquet. These are very effective. They're very simple. They come with a cleat. This goes around a limb. You cinch it down and wrap the cleat, and you've got a tourniquet. They're very thin. They're easy to carry. Some guys wrap these through their belt loops, but they pack down very small, and they fit right inside this pocket. So you got a rat's tourniquet right up front. Super, super important. We'll talk about this in a second. It comes with Quick Clot. This is actual Quick Clot, not a knockoff. This is a hemorrhage control substance that is impregnated into a gauze pad. So you can take this, put it on an arterial wound or something like that, and then wrap it on and control bleeding that way. It also comes with a pressure dressing. This is a MyMedic branded pressure dressing. It's a 4-inch bandage. Pressure dressings are super important. You can put them anywhere on the body, and they work really, really well for controlling hemorrhage. Now, what does the A mean in March? A means airway. This particular kit doesn't really address airway, and I can't really think of a kit that would be this size and this portable and this mobile that would actually address the airway. When we're talking about airway protection, as it applies to trauma, we're talking about a little bit more advanced techniques and equipment. So it's kind of outside the scope of a kit like this. The R means respiration. Respirations can be greatly aided by chest seals. This is something that I tell everybody to get. You don't need a ton of training to apply a chest seal. A chest seal is just a big sticker that goes over some kind of penetrating trauma in the chest cavity. That allows air to get into the chest cavity and can collapse lungs and do some other nasty things. It's called a pneumothorax. And that is another really high mortality rate injury that happens in trauma. So this comes with a pair of chest seals, front and back. Super important, and they pack down really easy. Some chest seals come in big packages. These are very, very compact. So super cool that these are in here. The C in March is circulation. That's where we talk about keeping the blood in the body because you have to have something to circulate. And we talk about things like chest compressions, and that's kind of on down the line, but that's circulation. That's the C. And then the H is head and hypothermia. Head injury and hypothermia. Hypothermia is a thing that happens not just because it's cold, but because of the effects that trauma have on the body. That's not really addressed in this kit. Again, that's sort of outside the scope, but space blankets work great for treating that hypothermia in a trauma patient. And you could very easily stuff a space blanket in this kit. So this kit also comes with a pair of gloves in a kit so they don't get all dry rotted. It comes with a Sharpie to mark things on patients like tourniquet times and maybe drug allergies, medical history, things like that. That's super cool. It also comes with this. This is something really cool that MyMedic.com does that not a lot of other companies are doing. This is a free digital download of MyMedic.com's March training course. It comes free when you buy this kit. You just scan the QR code, you download the course, and you can get started training right away. Super, super cool. This is something that tells me that MyMedic is doing it right, where a lot of companies are not. Because you can have all the coolest gear in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, it's useless. You're just a gear guy that's stocking up on stuff that's going to sit idle when something bad happens. So we've talked about it before. I'm going to say it again. Medgear is super, super important. You should have medgear, and you shouldn't just check the box by going on Amazon and buying a boo-boo kit. Do your research. Look at mymedic.com. They have tons of options, all different kinds of kits. We're going to be reviewing another one of their kits that's a little bit more robust next. But this is a great start, the Everyday Carry Kit from mymedic.com. It's not very expensive. You can go to our affiliate link website on our website and get a discount. And you get everything you need to get started with a really compact, very comprehensive kit to treat trauma out in the real world. Guys, the world is broken. We need to be prepared. As men, we're called to be leaders, providers, and protectors for our families and those that we love and those around us. Add some med gear to your kit. Check out MyMedic.com. Remember, you're made in the image of God and He loves you.